Greetings, good evening. I love the numbers, 11-1. Greetings, Monday. It's deep into March and we are on the Tonton project. Thank you for joining me. Tavern Wars, what are you saying, bro? Missed you at the weekend. Oh, here we go. Richie C. Kay, good evening, Kay. Mr. Giant. Oh, easy now. You have to save all that special talk for me. You can't be getting them all excited. All frick. Morning. Afternoon. Actually, it's so confusing. But I love all the time zones. So how you all doing? It's Monday. We've actually got things working. King Kev, what are you saying, mate? Hello, bro. Are we all working? Yeah. We're working. We haven't got a green screen because we've got Restream working. We can get pictures from Facebook now. The cameras are not too buggy, touch wood, but we're getting there. Ryan, what are you saying, mate? Hello, brother. I will be in touch with you tomorrow, bro. I'm working now as well. I am a bit knackered, to say the least. It's kicking the crap out of me. The kicking something out of me. Anyway. It's kicking the stuffing out of me. I like that, Alex. Thank you. Right, shall I show you this quickly? Look at this. Because it's all done now, and the base and everything. Look how beautiful that is, everyone. I have to show you like this on Facecam because it's so big. I'll show you again under top down in a minute, but this is this month's art giveaway, just showing everyone. It's what we've been working on. So there's a lot of airbrush techniques, proper model making, and we use the oils, which we're going to keep using. Just put it with the rest of my things. Yeah, I hope so. So if you guys want to be in on winning that, that's in the top 5 donator giveaway. Let's go split.
Yeah. Do you want to move that?
Move what?
The fire.
Oh, yeah. Got a lighter on my desk. Right, so we are painting Tonton Riders today. I have done some work to these, as you can see, while you've been away. I finished doing all the base coats, and I'm going to talk you through quickly what I did before we get any further. Because we started putting down some base colours last week, but I didn't really get very, very far. Let's just keep one in my hand, for example. So I've done a bit of a weird technique with these, right? So we airbrushed the fur to get some lights and darks, and I'm going to hit it with these oils. So that's how I'm hoping to kind of finish and make this come alive. But what I've done, this is my colour palette. So charred brown, which is a dark brown, beastie brown, leather brown. They're my 3 browns. Then I've used desert yellow and bone white in the clothes. So I've used a mixture of those 5 colours across the webbing and the actual, the guy himself. There's some grey in there, which I just used the Dawnstone with some white, and there's the standard dwarf skin. The dwarf skin was used as a mix with beastie brown to get the skin tones, and then we carried that on up with the bone and actual white. So all I've done is just work from that palette, and everything's had a base coat and kind of like a very light highlight. Not very much, just to put a bit of variation in there, so that frick, thank you very much. So that when I start working with the oils, I'm hoping that some of that's gonna show through. They're gloss varnish, so they look a bit weird. And here's a little thing. So remember we've done Legion before where we have to put the lines in the bases. I'm not doing that with these. These need to be snow. So I've carved those lines into the base sides so that when I paint them, those lines are still going to be there, but we don't have to have that atrocious line going across the actual terrain. So what was that? I had V6. Oh, very fast. I had V6 on Saturday, and that knocked me right out. Vaccine. Oh, you had your vaccine. You lucky man. I wish I had a vaccine. Yeah, well, at least you got it, bro. Good luck to you. Well done. Let me see if I can show you. Archnin, thank you, bro. Let me show you this month's under top down. See if it's... We got a bit of a weird focus, but you can see it nice and up close, right? So you can... That's what you want to really look at. And that beautiful base now is signed, Rasta Mace painting. It's all sealed in. It's an absolute thing of beauty now.
Open the lid.
Open the lid. Alex wants me to open the lid. Even painted all beautifully inside. All the details are in there. And that's crazy, huh? Okay. So that's this month's art giveaway. I'll show you again later in stream when a few other people are on, just so they get to... It's just so beautiful. Everyone deserves to look at this. It is a masterpiece. Sabine's masterpiece. Without a doubt. Why am I... Let's get rid of that and that. That's better. I was struggling to read all your comments because of what we're against. Right. So I'm going to try... I bought this Payne's Grey. And I'm loving these oils. I'm really loving them. So I think they'll work really well with this as well. Let's get some glasses on. How you all doing? You all right? What you up to? Talk to me. So I've got some white spirits. I've got 3 little pots. 1 I'm going to use to wash my brush. 2 I'm going to make 2 little washes in. I'm going to start off, I think... Let's do this guy. I think I'm going to start off with a fur, like a big wash, and then I'm going to start working some browns in over the clothing and on the webbing and some darker colours. Oh, you have to come round then. Yeah, back on YouTube now. YouTube's fixed again. Not so bad. Just dog being tired. My son thought 4:45 wasn't the time to get out this morning. Day has been a write-off. Dude, man, what? I would have made him go back to sleep. I would have gone, go to your bed, or I will beat you. So let's do this one. I don't need quite as much as that.
Peace is back on YouTube, great.
Yeah, we are.
Watching tonight on the big 43-inch whilst her indoors isn't here. Looks glorious, Captain Rex says. Mr. Stander says, I'm only here until I need to run clothes and stuff back to Mrs. S, who is likely to be admitted to hospital tonight.
What? Is she alright, dude? You can't just drop that.
And Arjun says, started working on a huge phoenix I have, so that's going to take some working on.
So this is Payne's Grey. Yeah, Paul, can we have some more information with, it's just Payne's Grey. I'm just going to try that first. And it ain't really no pigment, but it is quite thin. I don't want to go, I can go heavier as we go, as an experiment. So I'm gonna start. Not gonna go over everything just yet. I'm gonna start working this in out from the darker areas, if you know what I mean, where it had hit a recess. Read that for me, dude.
Yeah, she is in A&E awaiting test results, but thinning. They might be taking out her gallbladder.
Gallbladder.
Right.
Okay, alright.
Tonight.
Oh, that's really not good. Well, send her all our best. I thought you, but you know, for a minute there, I thought you were going to say something like she had COVID and she was really bad. And
Captain Rex says Mrs. Rex is in hospital as well tonight. Twi'lek dancing girls all ordered for after the stream.
is she all right? Captain Rex, you can't be making jokes like that. What's Pup saying?
I'm just waiting for a reply.
Right, okay. Yep, my neighbour's circular sawing.
When is he not?
When is he not?
I'm pretty sure they use the circular saw to cut their bread.
Have you seen they've built like a weird wall?
Yeah, I've seen it. No joke, in for a procedure tomorrow.
Well, I hope she's alright. Well, all the best going to anyone in that situation. Puts it all into perspective, right? I missed the strap. Look at that. I only just see that strap now. I'll catch that after. I'll go back and fix that.
Mr. Stander says you use a circular saw to make a dog go meow.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I've also got, see, like the colours I got out as well. I've got white out because I kind of weirdly want to have a play with white and see what happens. Like, well, they are in the snow, right? So maybe you get some, I don't know, maybe we could use some white, like as if it was all frosty. And so I'm playing with this at the moment. I'm trying not to obliterate all of the whites. Kind of got a bluey grey to this.
B says only when it's frozen.
Only when what's frozen?
I don't know. I don't. This has missed me entirely. And then Mr. Stander says, you know how to make a cat go woof then, Mrs. B. Question mark.
What?
I have no idea, man.
Like, if you guys are going to make jokes, at least let us in on it. Why am I working so over to one side? Let's come across. I don't know why I'm doing that. Sorry. Wow, he's like, there's one hell of a piece of wood he's cutting. Okay.
Again, and I still refuse to believe it's wood that he's cutting.
What do you think it is? His murdered wife.
No, I wouldn't be so lucky. It would be, more likely to be a rock hard loaf of bread that the six of them want to eat, and she's made him cut it. And the only way to cut it is with a circular saw. I don't understand their jokes at all. They're just like talking about setting animals on fire.
Can we not, like, this is an animal friendly stream? Who's going to burn an animal?
Well, apparently the way you... Oh, right, okay, I get it, yeah.
What have we not understood?
Their noises, innit? Like, woof is a noise that fire would make. You know, if you dropped a match into petrol, it would make a woof noise, wouldn't it? And like meow sounds like a circular sword, doesn't it? So you'd cut a frozen dog in half and it'd go meow because of that. Yeah, like it's just pretty cool. I don't know why it took me so long to get it.
I don't know either. I'm gonna just attack this white as well. Tavern Wars, thank you, my friend. Just a light coat. This will have another coat. Like, although it is oil, as we work in, it dries quite quick because we're using these really thin glazes with the white spirit. I want to try and build in detail with different layers of washes with different colours, browns and the greys and so on and so forth. We'll build it up. Damn, have I got? Is my girlfriend siding with Paul Stander? Like,
Yeah.
B, like, we're meant to have a long, happy relationship. This is not the way forward.
We're talking about combining together
To overthrow me.
kill a dog. Like,
Don't, like, seriously. I know it's dark times, but no need to resort to animal cruelty just for you jollies. Okay, let me let that dry. I'm going to do the same on the other one. We're going to be doing a lot of this tonight. Lots of different layers. So this one, I'm going to go over more of it, just to vary the colour of the tauntauns a little bit.
how's it going?
Hello, May. It's going good.
Mr. Stander says we should just do punchlines and see if they know the joke. Or maybe like, I don't know, something constructive.
Sorry, I'm a bit quiet.
No, that's next weekend.
What's that?
I get my car.
That's Saturday coming, yeah. So, oh yes, Johnny Six.
And the pie.
What are you saying, Pie? Thanks, mate, for the sub. Johnny, miss you, man. I miss you, you big crazy northern Wookie. Well, he's like, yeah, he is. They're both like, they both suit the Wookie nickname. It's like calling someone really tall, tiny, right? Call some couple of really bald men hairy. How you been, dude? I bet hectic like the rest of us, right?
I'd be careful with that ground that you're walking on there, Mr. Stand-Up.
What's he saying?
He's just said, "Evening, Johnny." I said, "Good evening, Johnny."
But that is the funniest joke that Paul's ever made.
Yeah.
But brave. I do see what you're saying.
Cheers, brother. Miss you guys. Very busy, always working, Johnny says.
Yeah, I know the feeling, dude. I absolutely know the feeling. You've been working on anything nice? You've been painting anything nice, Johnny? Because Johnny's quite good at painting, everyone. He's always on some craziness. So are you mentally prepared to get your car, Alex?
No, not even slightly.
Not even slightly?
Yeah.
You'll be alright.
Yep.
Just follow the big black car in front of you.
Yep.
Yeah? Or the tiny, ever vanishing black car in front of you.
Well, that's it. If you dip, then I'm stuck.
Well, you know, generally what it is on a motorway, just keep going straight.
Yeah.
If you find you get to Scotch Corner,
Yeah.
you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
back.
If Kay's waving at me.
Yeah,
from
if you
his
get
doorstep,
if you get
turn
to
around
Scotch
and
Corner,
drive
come
backwards.
back, man. Honestly, I've done it on the M1. I've driven past the turning for here.
Yeah, we done it the day that I came up here.
Right, okay, so there you go.
We were off to Nottingham somewhere.
There you go.
He says, need to visit you guys soon, which, yes, you do indeed.
You do, as soon as you're legally allowed to.
Pi says, tuned in to see you giving a tauntaun a wash.
Yep.
Intriguing.
What are you saying, man? Hey, you know, got to wash your tauntaun.
Exactly. And
I
Johnny
bet you in some country, tauntaun has a whole new meaning. And just saying that I'm washing my tauntaun on stream, someone's laughing somewhere. Go on.
Johnny says, not had much time to paint, sad face. Captain Rex says, will there be enough room for all the pasta Mama will give you? Well, that's why we've got two cars.
It's why we're taking two cars.
Yeah, the car wasn't actually for me, it's for the lasagna.
It's just for the food we're bringing back. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. So I do like that actually, a bit more all over. I think I'm going to do that on this one as well. Just a light little go. Fiat Pinto had the he is getting a Hyundai. That's right this time, yeah.
Yeah.
Lantra. Do you not know what it looks like? Have you not Googled it?
I have.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know what year it is.
Like, it's quite old.
Lantra, yeah?
Yeah.
So a Korean car that's been in production from the 1990s to present day.
So, you know, look around the 2000s, I would imagine.
Right, okay, so it was produced from 1990 to 1995, and then from 1995 to 1998. And then chilled out for a bit.
So that's just pure Payne's Grey on my palette at the moment. I'm just playing with it a little bit stronger.
So 2000, 2006, 2010. The three different models.
Let me see them.
So this is the 2001 pre-facelift.
Right.
And then that's the 2006 one.
No, it's one before.
Right.
We're getting a V8 Range Rover soon. What?
This, look.
No, it looks better than that. No, that ain't it. It can't be a Lantra then. It must have a different name. It's not like that. What are you getting, Johnny? What year? What sort of range? Oh, V8, mate. What, on petrol? You going to run in that on petrol, or is it at a conversion? See, now this is the beauty of oils, right? So now I've started to up the pigment level. I suddenly am painting in reverse. So where you'd normally be putting the highlight, we're painting in this beautiful set of shadow colours. Look, you see that? And we're going to concentrate right in the recesses and bring that stronger grey.
With a cassette player, poor Alex. Has it got a cassette player?
I think it does have a cassette player.
Nice. What's the wash for Leo? No.
No. This is oil paint. So these are oil paints mixed with Winsor and Newton white spirit. It's painted over standard acrylic, but it's had a gloss varnish before I do this. So this is Bob Ross. In fact, we need a Bob Ross quote of the day. I will get out my Bob Ross calendar, courtesy of Richie C. You see what it does? So when you use the pigment, as well as the washes, and you've got the glaze on the white spirit on hand, you can soften it, you can do all sorts with it. I really like it.
Okay, I'm really gonna go. I'll be back in a minute.
Alex has just left the building. Time to talk about him, everyone. Around 2006. Dude, that's going to kill you in petrol, man. You need to get an LPG conversion put on it. You're mental. 4.4 litre supercharged. So I've got a 3.5 litre Johnny straight 6. And it does, like, when you kick it, when you really go for it, it gives me like 11 to the gallon. And you're going to a 4.4. Dude, you're going to need to tow an oil tanker behind you, you maniac. Nah, get out of it. You're mad. Not once you really start hammering them, they ain't. And you've got a 4.4 litre, you're going to hammer it. My copy of Marble United at the weekend, played a few games. We've got some Marvel United here that I've painted. I'm going to do some more the last stream of the month, or next stream basically, because these will be done in this show. Well, done enough anyway. I've still got to wait for some snow effect to turn up. See, so all I've done, right, so it's had the all over wash, and then with some neat Payne's grey that's on my palette, and using a little bit of the white spirit to make a kind of a bit of a slip, but this has got much more pigment. Now I'm going like just into the recesses, cleaning my brush and just pulling it out a bit, just enhancing certain, yeah, all the shape. It's really nice to play with. And because it's not acting completely like an inkwood where it just runs away, it stays where you put it.
Have you seen these people talking about? Johnny was talking about the way he drives. He only gets 2 miles per gallon.
I was telling him that he's gonna need to tow an oil tanker.
Yeah, or just get it converted to LPG.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to him.
When I drive in the States, the car I drive does 17 miles to the gallon. Thankfully, a gallon is about the third of the price it is over here, which is true. Petrol seems really cheap in the States. So do cars.
So my car does about, on average, about 18 miles to the gallon. But because I run LPG, that doubles, because LPG is 50 pence a litre. So I end up really, if you were going on petrol prices, getting like 40 miles to the gallon. That's the only reason I can afford to drive my car. The few times I've had my LPG go a bit wrong, I've had to run around on petrol. I'm like, I'm not driving it. It's just far too expensive now.
B says no use talking about my new car.
Yeah, B's getting a nice brand new Ford EcoBoost Fiesta that's going to run on air.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice car.
It is a nice car.
What colour? Oh wait, is it Dutch? They get it in bright orange.
No. It is. It's grey. She wanted black.
Yeah.
But it would have been like another 6-month wait for a black.
Yeah. Pi says, have you seen that crazy technical paint that Green Stuff Studios do that turns to frost after it's applied? Sorcery, mate, I tell you.
No. What? I need that.
Send us a link, Pi.
Get us a link to all these things. I've got to paint an army of like barbarians that are all in the snow for a customer, and they were all meant to be splattered with snow. So if there's some special thing, I want to know about it.
Richard's talking about Marvel United. He now has over 50 miniature Marvel figures. You know, the chibi ones.
Yeah.
Wicked.
I need to see them, man.
Mr. Stander says, uphill towing my caravan, my precious car would do 12 miles per gallon.
See, that's because you got too small a car though, Paul.
Where are you going to that's all uphill?
He lives in Essex, right? So he's got to go
uphill on the way there and back.
Because it's near the coast he lives, I'm sure he does. I don't know where he lives. I think he lives in Whittam, doesn't he? My cousin lives there, and my auntie. But they had to. You can see, look at the difference. It's starting to build up now from where we were. Even look, from like the straight wash to adding in the pigment, how we start to get a completely different look. I'm sorry for talking with the brush in my mouth. What's this? What? Read that comment.
My dad had a V8 5-litre Mustang. Step on the gas and the petrol needle went down before your eyes.
Yep.
Chucked a link to you on Facebook, Alex, for all that frosty stuff that you did on the page. Madness. Thank you very much. Look at that.
God damn, what?
It's really cool.
When was the last time you watched, Johnny? I don't know if you've seen what we've been working on recently. And you, Pie. I'm sure you haven't seen it. Because we've been mixing it up a bit with scales. We've been doing all sorts of madness. Do you know, and I bet you if I wanted to, if I get this to dry and I wanted to go in with some white oil, I bet you I could do that as well. We might try if it dries up enough. I think this stuff's great. I don't think any of you would struggle like using it as a product. It's so forgiving. And realistically really cheap. Just don't put the brushes in your mouth. Whatever you do. And I haven't done it yet, Paul. I did wash one though the other day in water by accident. But luckily we weren't streaming at the time.
Yep.
Christmas or January. Yeah, Johnny, look at this. It's an X-Wing ship, but it's just really close. Honest, it is X-Wing. That's Legion scale TIE fighter. Mr. Fairbrother, and it's Lady Sabine's paint job. Obviously, I know you know this.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna need some of this.
What? This crazy paint?
Yeah. It's so cool.
What, you watching a video or something?
Yeah. So like you paint it on, and then.
Was this what I was doing?
Here, dries, pulls outward, and furs up like actual frost on the ground. So cool. Kev's been painting Titans. I'll get some pictures.
Oh yeah, any painting pics, guys, send them in. You know we love that. See what you've been working on. If any of you lot have painted any of your Marvel United, I'd love to see that as well.
Wonder if Johnny got on that.
What?
Marvel United.
Did you go in for the Marvel United, Johnny? I think they'd suit his painting style.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, he did. Awesome. Painted a few now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Painted 5. Not that many, I suppose. But yeah, 5. They do take a while to do them justice. You've really got to paint them, I think. I don't think there's something that everyone will get the best out of, if you know what I mean.
Okay. We've got like a whole gallery incoming. Just everybody.
Excellent.
Okay, so this is the first one of Kev's Titans. So this is for Adeptus Mechanicus. No, Adeptus Titanicus.
That's wicked. I haven't even seen this. Where is this game?
It's
A new one now.
yeah, specialist game from GW where
Yeah, I remember it, but
Yeah.
I didn't know it was out.
Yeah.
Again.
it is very cool. So Warhound. Not many people can really say that
Oh,
they've
I love that.
painted a Titan either, can they? I
Oh, I have.
Oh yeah, but not everybody can paint.
Painted a few.
Who's the next? Mr. Standard has painted some battle skips.
Battle skips or battleships?
Battle skips. Because, you know, ships sink and make some skips. Again, why has he got such giant photos? Here is Mr. Standard's battle skips. They're very nice. They're very neat.
Oh, yeah, Paul. I think the water's great as well.
Yeah.
That you're worried about. I think the water's great.
I like that each of the bases are like imprinted with their names as well. That's really cool. Ooh, new models. Nice. So we're now on to Mark Fairbrother.
Okay, what's he been painting?
Necrons. These are the new flayed ones. They're like Necrons that wear human skin, sort of
Oh, I like it.
creep around doing creepy things.
So just doing the same now on the white on here.
This is also Mark Fairbrother. I believe it's a Necron Overlord.
They're awesome they are.
Yeah, it's such a great one. And you know what's kind of strange? They're really cheap to buy at the moment, the Necron characters. You can pick up an Overlord for like fibre. Oh, we've got a picture from Ryan.
Ryan Coyle,
Mm-hmm.
please.
That's cool.
Is it his Wayfarer set, Waywatcher, or?
No, this is.
Like Ryan's been doing stuff lately that's just different level.
Oh, he's got water, snow, and frost on his as well.
See how nice that's starting to lift out things as we increase.
Yeah, so this is from Ryan.
Oh man, dude, I've seen it. It's so ridiculous, and how you do that, I have no idea.
Yeah, look at the way the
When we're allowed, and Bagheeta's over, we're definitely coming up. I'm going to book a hotel. I'm going to stay a couple of days. I'm going to pick your brain. I need to know what it is you're doing. Just so good.
Okay, and that concludes our minor gallery for now. Let me get back to what people are saying.
And what are people saying, Alex? What have we missed?
I'm about to tell you when I can find everything. There we go. I've been putting off sending stuff in when you spam. You guys know you can always send pictures. Pictures are good. Even though I've not painted much, I've treated myself to a new height adjustable desk chair.
Who's that?
Easier on my back now, Johnny Six says. Yeah, we need one of those.
We need a new chair.
Just got to do the weathering on bases that Kev says. The front one certainly sinks. It's the HMS Hood. I actually have a very funny story about a HMS Hood involving my family.
Your family?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have that story.
We're on the Warlord Titan, but trying to find some black spray primer is a nightmare at the moment.
Halfords.
Oh, my, I love yours.
Those
Missing is
names are
humble
a pain
servant.
to
That
paint.
won't be necessary.
The hyphen.
Who's that? Oh, thank you, darling.
The hyphen used in them is 0.7 millimeters. My eyes don't go that small. The Wayfinder I sent as well. Magic, if I show you, the devil would come to collect my soul, part of the deal, Ryan says.
Don't worry, I'll bring round a bribe and you won't be able to resist. And my girlfriend's got a taser, so...
Has B actually got tased?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I kind of want to get tased.
I want to get tased.
Yeah, I want to see if I can tank it.
I can tank a
I
tase.
reckon I
What's
can.
wrong with you?
Yeah, like, I reckon...
When I'm in Savage Fury mode...
Not even Savage Fury mode. I just reckon...
No, I
could
don't. I
walk
think you're
away
wrong.
from a tase.
How many 240 volts smacks you had, Al?
A couple from... yeah, just from doing stupid things. Like jerry rigging American plugs to fit in English ones. It's just like...
What, with a pair of scissors?
Pair of scissors,
Yeah, I mean...
You just get
Who hasn't thought that's the right thing to do?
Oh, you just gotta do it.
Works all the time. We were doing it in Italy. It was really bad.
Mr. Sanders says, has it died?
Has what died?
I don't know.
I think we're still here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we are.
Yeah, it says online for both of them.
Yeah.
For me.
Maybe something else he's talking about that we don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
One of
Maybe
his
something
jokes,
weird.
his in-jokes.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with the stream. Good, good, good. Make a change. It's been a nightmare. Even though we set it all up, it had a proper little hissy fit on Saturday. Alex was losing his mind, to say the least. He was losing his little mind.
That's fine. We bounced back from it.
We did.
A taser is a cruel electric shock.
Oh,
you
did
don't
it.
want that. I was like, but
Is that B?
yeah. Like I do. I need to find out whether I can tank a taser or not. If I can't, then yeah, I'll dodge in future. If I can, then there's no need to dodge.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll get the jump leads out. Right?
We'll just go off the car.
And we'll just go off the car.
Oh no.
Because that's only 9 volts, so you should be alright, right? Or that's only 12 volt. So it won't kill you. But you'll know about it.
Yeah, it just throws a ball. Ryan's been shot in the arse with rock salt.
I mean, why? Why do that to yourself?
I don't think anybody would shoot themselves with rock salt. I think he was probably doing something he shouldn't. Pi says there's vids of massive blokes being reduced to dribbling messes when tased a while past. But there's also videos of tiny, skinny blokes getting tased and just walking away from them.
Yeah, because they're on crack, Alexander.
I don't
Right?
need
Yeah.
crack to
No,
be-
no, no. You do. It's just you've watched too much manga. You'll be like, no, your hand's not a demon now. Lie down and be electrocuted.
The meth coated on.
Yeah, it's...
Scrumping the farmer quarters. I don't.
Stealing apples, Alex, that means.
Damn. These country bumpkins, yeah.
Like, have you never heard that phrase before?
Ah. No, I can't say I have. I don't think stealing apples.
Have you
is
heard of
really like...
scrumpy cider?
Yeah, I've heard of scrumpy cider. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what? The cider made with stolen apples?
Always. No, but it's...
Like,
Like-
like, how do they sell that then? Isn't that just admitting to a crime? Like, isn't it the amps that kill rather than the volts? Oh no, it's getting scientific.
Oh, no. Can you see how you can paint? You see on those arms, right? They started out really basic. And I'm using it as a wash, but because you're using pigment and you're pulling it about, you're actually painting with the glazes you're going, right? So you see how we're starting to put these subtle in that white on his arm. One love, Ryan. So let me just move away from that. Just give it a few minutes and then I can go back. As it really isn't long in between. And it dries up enough where you can kind of go and work over it.
taser can get up to 50,000 volts, but the amps will not kill you. Still a cruel weapon, B says.
Well, B, I think we should test it on Alex because he wants to know, and I think it would be funny. We can video it. You know, we can in fact get people to like bid on it. What's it worth to see Alex wetting himself whilst the pretty blonde lady tases him? In fact, there's probably internet channels for that kind of stuff out there already. We can make some bank.
Oh, did I miss the funny HMS Hood story? No, I ain't told it yet. So, one of my, I believe it's my great granddad was, so he decided not to enlist in the army, and then later on in the war they forced him to do something productive, so he decided to become a carpenter. And he was working on the Hood just before it left port, and he wasn't actually working. He had fallen asleep on the boat in one of the bunks when it left. And
I can see where this is going.
2 days into it leaving, he turned up and went, "Yeah, no, I'm not meant to be on this boat. I'm not meant to be fighting here at all." And he kicked up so much of a fuss that they put him on a boat. They actually transferred him off of the boat to some sort of merchant ship that was nearby. A day later, the Hood detonated his magazine and was completely annihilated.
Okay.
So yeah, good old skiving granddad is why I'm here.
Okay, and that's why you're alive. Yeah. There you go, Paul.
No heroic war stories.
That's a good story.
Just skiving. Yeah, it's like the family motto, skive to stay alive.
Skive to stay alive, I like it. That's a great story, Alex, in fact.
Cheers.
I would be dining out on that for years. So as long as you haven't left it for hours as well, once you put a bit more white spirit on your brush, you can kind of soften and clean and get things just the way you want it. So it works really nice, this back and forward. You can see what that's done to that white. That white was really bland before on his tunic, and it's really popped it.
Did you notice also in my family history that it was Thomas Bruce who stole the Elgin marbles from Turkey and brought them back to England?
What?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out Alex's family are also thieves.
Yeah. They're my family are famous for the wrong reason.
Your family are famous for stealing the Elgin marbles?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's Thomas Bruce.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I think he was in fact rewarded with being made the first governor of Jamaica because he stole the Elgin marbles.
So I've just got a little bit of black here with it. Just for a couple of little bits. Okay, let me clean my brush. And I want to start hitting some browns on the guy. So I'm going to make.
None of.
You what?
So the pie says, "If even skivers those Bruces, can't get myself into the country, let alone with a taser." B says, "None of your family are Scottish, are they, Alex?" My family are Scottish. They're very Scottish.
Who's asking this?
Mark Fairbrother.
Yeah.
I played for Team Scotland in X-Wing. Like, I had to have a real connection there, otherwise it wouldn't let me play. King Kev says, "My grandma told me a story before she died about some of the family who were planning to emigrate to the United States of America. However, on the way to the docks, the wheel fell off the car they were using to get there. In the end, they arrived late to the docks and missed the ship. The ship's name, it was the Titanic."
No.
Yeah.
No. Madness. Little baby Kev would never have been born. And we wouldn't have seen that picture of him.
Pie is going for food.
One love pie. You having a pie?
Adios. No, he's going to have something real fancy.
Why? Why'd you say that?
Like, from what he's been, the pictures and the stuff that he's been posting on Facebook, he's been eating real good food. Like, Mr. Standisaurus says, "Whereas my descendants were high up in the Baptist church movement." Yeah, I'd much rather be sky bin thieves than related to the church. Find you have to fight the urge to scream freedom. No, that wasn't my set of Scots. My set of Scots were known for murdering each other in churches. That's how you seize power. You murder your brother in a church.
What's that? Just read that.
King Kevin, no, that gives me goosebumps. If Charles Hampden Spurgeon hadn't given away much of his money to the poor, we Spurgeons would be minted.
What is he talking about?
His family history.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if your family
Hadn't given all those mushrooms away,
exactly, you'd be a rich man
I'd be a
now.
mushroom millionaire. I would.
Here's a true story. My uncle was a gunner on the HMS Repulse out in the South Pacific, just after the outbreak of World War II. He caught malaria and was put ashore in Trincomalee. A week later, the Repulse and the Renown were sunk by the Japanese with over 1,200 men lost. 3 months later, the malaria got him. So when your number's up, is up.
Who's that?
That's Captain Rex.
Of course it is. The best stories. So I put a little bit of burnt sienna in now as I go on the face of the tauntaun. Okay. Just let that dry off and I can work it. Still got it going, I'll do this one. Oh, read that.
My grandfather flew with the RAF out of Singapore, got shot through the back of the head, had a steel plate fitted, and lived to the ripe old age of 87.
No! He could have taken a taser.
Mm.
Definitely. Wow.
I mean, in fairness,
I'm amazed at how many people, either in the chat or in this room, like you, just wouldn't be here if it wasn't for one of these miraculous near-death experiences.
Oh, same for you, though.
What do you mean?
Well, if Mountain Nonno
Yeah.
hadn't have, you know, destroyed as many people as he found, you wouldn't be here today.
No, probably not.
What's his party trick? That would have been fun going through airport security. Airport security is a sham. Doesn't matter if you've got metal on you. I know full well to leave a good, 20 minutes extra for security. Because they want to swab all my stuff and ask me questions. I think I found the car, by the way.
Think you what?
I think I found the car. I think it's a 2007 Hyundai Accent.
Let me see. It's 4-door, man.
But
It's
there's
5-door, even.
there's a 5-door one.
No, it's not. It's not that. What about what is there a Hyundai Sonata? Or I think I'm just making words up, I think I'm just.
There is, but it's an SUV.
Oh no, that's not it then. Was it definitely Hyundai? She said she did, didn't she?
She did say Hyundai. I don't know. I'll just see when I get there. He will get there and find out it's a Reliant Robin up on bricks. You don't need to put a Reliant Robin up on bricks, you just tip it on its side and take its tyres. Why waste bricks?
So I am again just playing with black and brown. And just putting in some shadow where I want it on these darker browns. And then when I get this dry, I'll probably get a hairdryer on it. It just needs a little like signature of a single colour over a lot of the edges. Just as we run down this one, there'll be like little touches and they'll just make it all pop.
Isn't it a bit warm for a tauntaun?
This is a totally tropical tauntaun.
Which name Lil?
You can see what's happening, right, as we're starting to build the layers in there.
You'd easily make it past the first marker.
Who would?
Mark Faber would.
He'd
Same
e-
the tauntaun would.
It'd easily make it past the first marker. I like it. Then I'll see you in hell! always want to wash my brush in that water. You see, with a little bit of spirit, I'm cleaning some of the shade off the top of the colour and tightening up the shades a little bit by pulling back out some of that light. Yeah, look, there's something we could do if we wanted to be cheeky, I think. Let's hope it works. A little bit of white. Tiny bit of that. Bit of that. Give me my white back. Wow, why am I over here tonight? What is going on with me? I don't know what the problem is. Yes, I forgot to tell you. I was about to tell you earlier. It's just popped back in my head now. About the rest of the shows for the week. This is going to be our only show this week because Alex's work has just got on top and we're away at the weekend. So expect some sort of new normal service to resume next week. Probably be the last show of the week of the month when we come back to you next week. So sorry, but no Saturday and no Tuesday now. Just gonna have to live without our beautiful faces. Yeah, I know, babe. Just, I mean, even work today wasn't meant to work today, but luckily we managed to get him back here in time to actually get the stream going today. But yeah. Okay. This is just black. Just to go over the gun. Okay. Let's. I don't want to get too much into the next one, trying to finish that as such, rushing it. But let me give this a little dry with my hairdryer. That just helps me out a little bit, so if I want to go back in, I've got a little bit drier base to work on. Right, I just want to play for a second with a little bit of clean white. Just to see, out of curiosity, what happens if we go the other way. Okay. Okay, I like that. So you can use the white to almost soften out that darker colour where you don't want it. Any movement in Juicy? Yeah. It'll be with you in the next week or two, Paul. Promise. by half term he'll have it, or by Easter holidays, so that he can smash you ruthlessly on the table. So yeah, I do like that. I like that I can use the light. Okay, let me clean that brush. And then I want to just do a few things. Let me mine that out of the way now. And let me switch over to an even dirtier palette. One more hairdryer. Not a bad idea, Paul. Not a bad idea at all. So all I want to do really with this is just bling it a bit, and then it'd end up getting based and finished. I mean, it's pretty close. This is what I wanted to achieve. I wasn't going for Golden Demon. So I'm going to use Desert Yellow. Very limited, just for an edge. Bone white and white. And they're just literally, you'll see what I'm doing in a second.
Cheers, dude, you'll be made up. Obviously, with work being crap as it is at my place currently, I'm thinking of taking Easter off, even though we're still in lockdown. Can have loads of times to get smashed by him then. That's the standard.
So now, as well, in an ideal world, you do want to give this a tiny bit longer than I've given it, just to let those oils cure a bit better. But I can work around it. Did John message back?
No. It's a lot of barking.
Do you want to go and check?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not doing much. This all this is just a little edge on a couple of bits just to clean them up. And I think going into the white in points really doesn't hurt with this, because well, they're in the snow, right? So almost having that kind of exactly what Al was talking about with the that paint, a bit of a frosty edge.
Raised my voice to my boss on Friday and hung up the phone on him. Very nearly told him to shove his job somewhere that would require copious amounts of Vaseline.
Who's that?
Mr. Stander. And he says, don't be painting yellow snow.
You can paint it, you just can't drink it or eat it. See how that's just changed everything. We'll even be brave and just catch a couple of little bits. You can eat yellow snow, but only if it's made from crushed ice and limoncello. The other snow is a no-go. Oh no, that's not water. Damn. It's so confusing with all these different mediums around, Alex.
What do you want me to do? Restrict your workbench? Stop taking things away?
It's maybe not a bad idea.
This week you cannot have paint, you can only use washes and thinner. Next week you get the paint back but you lose the brushes, so you gotta improvise.
Use a dreadlock.
Week after that you get the paint and the brushes but I take the bench.
Damn, then I've got to stand.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Would definitely pose a challenge though, right?
What, standing up? Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Get you one of those, what do they call them, the running desks that have got the treadmill.
Yeah, you know I hate running, man. That ain't gonna happen.
Well yeah, and how can you paint whilst you're running? Like,
Yeah, that's a very
You've
good
got
point.
steady enough hands to do something like that.
You'd not only have to time your breath, you'd have to time your actual footsteps.
Yeah.
It would be an interesting experiment, weirdly, just to see what it'd come out like.
Mr. Sanders says I did some big brush painting. Always stayed away from it because not sure I could do the edges / joins properly. Managed it very well. Good brushes help. But I think I'm also getting better myself. When he says big brush painting, did you paint a wall?
Or do you mean like painting with more like a brush like I'm using when you say big brush painting? Because I often find people at the beginning use way too small brushes. What a difference. I've said this a few times when we've worked, right, that a lot of the times when you're painting it doesn't happen until right at the end. It's like the final little bit, and the more you like trust in the process, because there's definitely, as I'm painting this, I'm like, oh, I don't know, and then I'm like, no, trust in the process, just keep going. And now, right at the end, I talked about this, it's like signing it. You're just lifting it.
Mr. Stander says a size 2 instead of a 3.0 and 5.0.
Right, yeah. Honestly, Paul, a good tip on a brush, a good brush itself, and you will find that a brush that holds some paint and has some sort of reservoir, paints a bit more like a quill, is better than you're going back and forwards to minuscule little bits of paint, because they dry so quick. Then it's then harder to use it.
That's it. It's about the point of a brush rather than the size of it.
Yeah, totally agree. But you know, like what I'm getting at is the brush is often too small to feed and work well. It actually works. Like, that's my favourite kind of size brush, and it ain't a small brush by any means. And then just clean brush.
I cleaned dry paint off my 5.0 more often than you clean your airbrush tip.
Yeah, it's because it's such a small, minuscule bit of paint. This is pure white now. This is just for just kind of catching a few edges back again on the top.
Decent brushes do make a huge difference, and I find a size 1 or size 2 brush most of the time. Very cool.
Who's that?
That's Archnet.
Yeah, decent brushes are the only way to go.
Mark Fairbrother says he's finishing up Space Marine.
So this is a size. Okay, so as far as broken toed goes, this is a 0. What I'm painting with at the moment. Like a broken toed 2 is enormous. Like really big. But I don't think that's an unreasonable size of brush. And that's a 1. But you know, they're not all. I don't think they all marry up. As in a 1 and a 0 and all of that, because I've definitely had 0s that are much smaller than I'm painting with.
Captain Rex says, paint most of mine with a 0, like in the spear point 0.
Yeah, I think this is the. I think Captain Rex has got these brushes as well. So yeah, I'm probably using a 0 right now. Look at how nice that's come out. Well, it's come out so wicked. Just do a little bit on. Let's get some leather brown. Just for a tiny little highlight on the face, a couple of bits. Not much. And again, so where's my pure white? Just we're pretty much done now with this guy. I'm happy now, I think. Okay, I'm going to call that done. So, where are we? Let's get it in shot. Remember, we're still bouncing off of gloss varnish, so it's not been matted. We haven't got close up running at the moment, Captain. What I'll do is once I get these matte varnished, at the start of the next show, I'll do you proper set of close-ups, because all you're going to see is light bounce off of the gloss. So this is kind of on its way. You can see, yeah, that's a really good example. Look at his clothing, right? So look at where we started. That's about right. That's where we started with the clothing, even though it's had the wash on the fur. But the clothing and the guy is pretty bland. And then we move up to there. Where's my focus? What are we on? We're on 10.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a bit more. Give us like a 14 or something. What are we at?
15.
Okay. Oh, I have to even get even closer with a 15. And if you look at, you see like that last little bit, that little bit of like the bone and the white, and tying it all together with that same kind of highlight signature edge, has gone from that to that. So your guy goes from bland to there, and all we really did was work that with the inks and that tiny little highlight at the end. Yeah, I really love the subtleties and kind of the richness of the colours. I really like it. It was a really limited palette as well to work with, so something everyone should be able to do. And when we get the snow, the really white snow, they'll really pop then, and we get rid of this gloss varnish. All right, let's go back to like a 10 now, just because it's a bit too close. Set. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I think that's been a nice little, compared to the 4 week thing that we did. Real different you can make with the oils. It's unbelievable. It's weird how it works. I think something like, I know we the last 3 projects have all been about these oils. I really do think there's something you should all get out and try. This was from the range, or B&M. It was the range actually, and it cost me like £3. And these you can get for like £1.50 each, or you can buy a whole pack. I brought a whole pack of about 15 oil paints for about £10. So it's not a big expense to give it a try. And I do believe things like Hobbycraft is still open and that. Cool. I really enjoyed painting these. I think I loved Tauntauns so much as a kid from the films that actually just seeing them stood on my table has been a real pleasure this time round. Right, let's go full screen now. Oh, I can read what you're saying there. I love the texture on the front of the clothing. Thank you, Captain. Really interesting with the oils. Can catch you next week. Drive safe, stay safe. Right, so yeah, Mr. Stander, Captain Rex, send our love to your family members and wish them all the best soon. Guys, girls, we won't be back until next week. I'll keep you informed as to when we're coming back. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your subs. Get over to Weekend Warlords Facebook page. That's where you'll find our announcements when we're going out live again. Until then, everyone, stay home, stay safe. If you've got to go to work and all of that, one love. Peace.